technical difficulties apparently have subsided. Awesome. We had a weird state where we had excellent connection, however, it refused to let me start the stream. Which, you know, is just YouTube being YouTube. Anyway, Ancient Domains of Mystery, which is a roguelike in the vein of, well, Rogue, NetHack, Smash 'em, a bunch of other games I've played a lot. And yeah, this was given an updated graphical version on Steam quite a while ago, and I didn't actually know until recently because they just released what I thought was an expansion. It's actually a whole different game, and I've ended up buying both, so rather than play the new one, we're playing the old one because we do things that way. I have literally played the tutorial, or a tutorial character who's basically a knight with a sword, and I've bashed things to death repeatedly with a sword. So that clearly means I know everything there is to know about this game. There is nothing else that I could possibly know about this. I have to be honest, I have played this game before when I was in the NetHack sort of period of things. Oh, I'm slightly disappointed. The intro music was awesome. I was loving listening to that. Oh well. I have played this once or twice under a... I'm fairly certain it was still under Ancient Domains of Mystery, because I remember being a troll and bashing things in and having a bit of fun with that, and just the inability to do anything. Terrorizing villages and whatnot, which is something you can do in this game. But yeah, I didn't get into this as much as NetHack, but I remember the fact is, there's not one dungeon you're going through. There is, admittedly, one dungeon, but, you know, there are a load of dungeons you can find in this. There's not just the dungeon. I indeed occasionally have been known to play ADOM. I haven't played it in a considerable amount of time, and in terms of it being on Steam, I've only played a tutorial up to level 9, having done a couple of quests. Yeah, I occasionally play this game. I mostly played NetHack and Smash 'em, in all honesty, but yeah, we're going to have a go at playing this. I remember nothing. I have definitely not gotten into this game in any meaningful capacity even beforehand, but I figured, you know what, it's been a while since I played a roguelike and failed horribly, so we're going to play a roguelike and fail horribly. We can play in standard mode, which basically means you can save the game, talents will be chosen, and you can save the game and come back, I think, is what it got from that. However, we're going to play on proper mode, because I always play roguelikes on proper mode. Okay, choose a star sign or mode. Don't remember this bit, so we're going to find out. Sword, combat, execution, tactics, strategy. Not on initial learning sword. We could probably be all of that. It's probably good for us to have something else going for us, though. Salamander's fire magic. We could live with fire magic. Grace, beauty, purity, death messages, companion tricks. Oh, maybe I am thinking of Tome. Maybe I'm thinking of Tome. It might not be ADOM I was playing then. Ah, it might be Tome. I bought this game thinking it was that game, but actually you're right, it's Tome. Darn it. Oh well, stream's over. I don't want to play this now. It's not... We'll play anyway. Okay, so what do we do? Let's play the Fate button. And let's also play the Fate button. So we are... Choose attributes by points or Fate? Fate. You were born to be a male grey elf, so we are nobility high-born, whatever. We're accomplished hunter. Our father was an accomplished hunter warrior, well-respected and comparatively wealthy. For a grey elf, comparatively wealthy means elite, tons of money, tons of cash, buckets of cash. As a child not accepted by the other children of your tribe, childhood was sad and lonely, so typical elf childhood. Traveled to nearby tribes, traded with them, met many strangers, learned a lot about the outside world. At the age of 317, we have decided that we are ready to explore the outside world, as is clearly appropriate for a grey elf. Alright, so talent. Let's go and grab... learning's always a reasonable thing. Boon to family, double starting money seems a reasonable one. Plus, hit when fighting with 2 weapons. Seems interesting. Again, I'm probably just going to play this as a mostly meleeist at the moment. I actually don't know what class I am, which might be something I need to work out. Okay, let's go ambidextrous, so we can have 2 cursed weapons at once. And let's go for a... Oh, we could go... Oh, dual-wielding fists. Is that something we could do? Dual wielding fist sounds like a good idea. In fact, it's an idea I like. However, we're probably going to take the... I'm glad there's no Mahjong for now. This is, this is the first tile-based stream that's actually gone and reasonably worked for quite a while. And hello, all of the 2 people who are here. Both from the Mahjong as it happens, but hey, that's fine. Let's increase our defense value, because that's probably going to be reasonably consistent anyway. So, we should clearly be Lord Ponsington Smythe. Lord Ponsing. Well, we're Lord Ponsing then. That's all we get. Encardia was a serene world, unmolested by the forces of chaos. But now, since the forces of evil darkness have opened a gateway somewhere deep within the mountains of the Draklar chain. Terrors from unknown dimensions flood the world of Encardia and wreak havoc, seeking corruption ever further. Dead. Odin joined forces of it and tried to conquer the world. We are in the overworld. We are Lord Ponsing. We have got... Lower armor, hooded cloak, +1 longsword. We need to get another one if we can. We do have a +2 longbow, which is useful. Elven bread, dry meat, some gold pieces. Skill-wise, we are looking okay. 2-weapon combat is fair, but we'll need to improve that. Hello, indeed, yes, it's a game stream. I mean, to be fair, as I say, this is literally my second version of the game, because I originally thought this was Tome when I picked this up. Which, yeah, I wish this was Tome. Tome's the one I have memory of. I've never played ADOM at all, other than one go-through with Sir Tutorial. It was me basically going through the tutorial to try and relearn some of this nonsense. Anyway, an unassuming cave entry. We're going straight in, because we need experience points. You enter a rather unremarkable cave complex. The wind is flowing, and you feel that life is rife with new experiences. Hooray! We could potentially go down here, but we're not going to. We do need to pick up a second weapon for ambidexterity, and hello. Well, we hit the Goblin Rock Thrower and transformed him into a mangled heap, as is only appropriate. We have picked up a Acme Scroll, which is clearly going to be terrible for us, and a Light Potion. Okay, well, see if we can work out what those do later, possibly out of desperation. Who knows? So, what is in the cave entrance? So far, not a lot. Several items are lying here. We have a longbow, a steel wand, and a bundle of arrows. This is a tutorial dungeon, I've realised as well, because I'm going to realise that's a cone of cold when we get to it, and that's how we deal with this guy. Oh well, 3 experience points anyway, so let's go zap our steel wand, which I'm sure is going to be a wand of cold, and we're going to go that way. Huzzah! It is exactly what I thought it was. Okay, zap, cone of cold, that way. Want to be careful about this and about doing this too many times, because we don't necessarily want to give him a way across, because he might actually be reasonable in combat. Oh, no, come on. Line up, thank you. Cone of gold, last charge. Boom. And now we go swimming. But we're able to deal with that quite nicely, so not anything for us to worry about just there. I've walked over a trap of some kind. No, we're not going to zap that. We're not going to try and disarm it. We've just fallen for it. Is there something back here? There was! Our secret passage to where we already were. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. The door is stuck. We've opened the door and it is full of goblins! Well, so far we're not really having to worry too much about our hit points, so we're just going to let that go for the moment. Wait a couple of times, and done. Found a dagger. Well, that technically is dual wielding. So let's give ourselves the dagger. So we have dagger and longsword, we are dual wielding. Let's hope that dagger is not cursed in some way. Meanwhile, carrying on through here, we walk into a wall. Ow. We spam the buttons, walk into another wall. We will search the back door just because. But apparently we have made it through what is the tutorial dungeon. And we have learned nothing of any use and value. So if this is right, that's going to be a town that we can potentially go into, but we're not interested in that. Why would we talk to people in this game if we can avoid it? We're Grey Elf, we're here. We sneak upon a wandering wizard. Do we evade, fight, or ambush him? Clearly ambushing him is going to get us killed, fighting him is going to get us killed, and evading him is not going to work. Therefore, we're going to ambush him, because this is probably the best plan that doesn't involve us immediately dying. Also, don't know where he is. Ha! Well, this is going to be a short one. Summon some more help. He's got 2 summoning scrolls. We are doomed. We are running away. Flee! Large spider prevents you from leaving with its venomous attacks. Flee! Well, this is going to be a quick death. Alright, fight he is. Severely wounded, 6 hit points. Let's pray. Praying did nothing for us. We have died, and thus the first death is done. Perfect. What can we learn from this? Only that do not try to ambush the wizard. To be fair, I thought I failed to evade him and that happened. He survived for 18 hours, 40 minutes and 32 seconds. 217 turns. Killed by a tarantula. 11 monsters perished under his attacks. He has ambidextrous, careful, had final beat score of 101, was not religious, asked 1 divine intervention, neutrally aligned. And he is my best character to date, because Sir Tutorial is still alive. Right. Main menu. New game. Roguelike. We're going to, again, press Fate multiple times and see what we get. Born in the month of Cup. We require 10 experience points to advance in level. We are a female gnome who learns faster, which is good. Parents are middle class. We are a fully learned weaponsmith. Female, gnomish, intelligent weaponsmith. Perfect. Right then. Let's go for skilled, because want to at least have something going for us, I suppose. Carrying capacity, lifespan expanded by 30%. We wish we could expand our lifespan by 30%. We could take very skilled and just, increase all the things from there. 111 years old, indeed. My 111th birthday! Let's put some extra dexterity on us, because why not? Oh, we actually have 4 talents as a gnome. Okay. In that case... long-lived. You want me to take long-lived? I will take long-lived if you want me to, but... We're also weapons, so we should probably have affinity with something. Clearly, it's going to have to be some weapon that we're never going to find anywhere. But all of these weapon categories seem too generic here. Probably clubs and hammers, except the clubs are basically a stick we find on the ground, so we can find those easy. More ably evades wilderness encounters. That could actually be useful for us. Defense value while wielding a shield would be okay. Could grab more power points, but we know we're a weaponsmith, so we don't need to necessarily worry about that. Whips. That's the worst what we should be proficient with. Whips. Okay. Well, since there's no random button here, I guess I've got to actually pick things. I'm going to go healthy because, 20% additional hit points. Fine, we can live with that. And beyond that, I guess taking... My first rat guy died to being aged beyond his years. Okay, so apparently age is a thing. I mean, I wish I definitely have a chance to survive that long. I'm actually going to increase our learning skill because we already have an increase in that. And we need a name for this very learned female gnome weaponsmith. Clearly Bobina. How long can a gnome live? Under my control, Less than a minute. Well, either way, we're going to go with Bobina. We've already seen this intro, so let's see how this goes here. We're also going to go back through the tutorial dungeon because there's really not a lot of reason not to. Let's quickly check our inventory. So leather cap, leather apron, which is not good armor, warhammer and shield, ring of fire resistance, which is, I guess, is expected. We don't have any missile weapons, but we will definitely pick some up, and we can potentially make some stuff as well. Looking at this, so... Okay. Let us enter. And we'll see what Bobina can find on our way through. She's found a rock! Perfect! I mean, strength 18, we have a lot of strength here. We actually are reasonably sorted in terms of our stats, so it could work. Anyway, we have a scroll and we have a potion. Since these are the same we get every time, I don't imagine either of them are actually cursed or anything. But hey, I'm going to pick up free experience points where I can. I probably won't do this a third time, but we might as well. Longbow. There's a way to pick up everything. I should really learn that shortcut before I go too much further with this. But occasionally you don't want to pick up everything just in case of cursed items that you are aware of. Zap for Tin Wand, which is definitely not going to be ice. Well, I mean, that was a waste because, you know, clearly can do that. We advanced to level 2. Perfect. Okay, skills. My advice will be dodgy. It's better advice than what I've got currently. We have ventriloquism as a skill. Clearly, that's the one we need to be training. Detect traps, however, since we have that, we need to improve that at least twice. Gemology, listening, metallurgy is our main go-to skill, so let's go and do this. Oh, indeed. I mean, to be fair, the keyboard, you can still play this entirely from the keyboard from what I've gathered, but again, doing things. We have pickpockets. Can we be a thievy, gnomish weaponsmith? Possibly. Possibly. I'm not going to, however, we're going to carry on with as we are. Let's go for... We have nothing here that helps us in combat, do we? Let's go smithing. Because if we're going to make items of legendary power, we need to be legendary. I don't think we need concentration. First aid. Let's go put some points into first aid before we get too much further with this. Okay. Now let's see if we can swim. Do you want to dive into the water without knowing how to swim? Okay, fine. We're not going to learn how to swim. We're not going to get across from that. Unless there is a secret passage, which I'm not aware of from a tutorial dungeon, but... No, we're not going to risk swimming. We're going to venture out into the world. We are burdened at the moment. So let's have a quick gander at what we have. Actually, we can drop the... we can drop the wand of cold. It's not going to unburden us by a lot, but hey. So our heaviest item actually is the anvil we're carrying around, I've just realised. Yep. Yeah, we could freeze the water. Unfortunately, we have kind of used up our charges. Okay. Well, we could go into the town. We, again, are going to ignore the town entirely and go off wandering on our own. And here we have found a tiny, strangely distorted cave entry. Dungeon time! This is what we're here for. Dungeon exploring. And possibly random anviling. So, let's slowly make our way through. There is a tome. Well, clearly there's going to be no harm... We'll pick up before we actually do that. Clearly there is going to be no harm in reading this tome. What is the worst thing that could possibly happen from reading this? You don't manage to decipher the contents of the embossed tome. Okay, well that is fine. We don't need to know what that says. I don't want to think about drowning in apple. I could drop it somewhere, but I want to make sure we still got it. Anyway, kick in the door. Well, kick harder. We have kicked in the door harder, and as such, we have progressed to here. Being fully literate helps. Hold on, are we... Oh, search. No, we can save the game, but we're not going to. Are we just not literate at all? Oh, we do have a fair amount of literacy, just not a... That sounds like somebody who's not going to pick up endless amounts of arcane knowledge. Sir Dylan, as we advance to level 3. Well, since we've got a book that I want to read, and because what else am I going to do with my skills? I'm going to actually increase our literacy a couple of points. Smithing. And smithing. So we're now up to 80 skill in smithing. We should probably try and do something with that, actually. Let's go for detect traps and first aid. And we get 1 talent. Hello, Aegon. How are you? We could increase our carrying capacity, actually. That might actually be relevant, so I'm going to do that. Gain a talent porter. More. My muscles feel stronger, and hello. Yes, we're a female gnomish weaponsmith, and we're carrying around an anvil with us into the dungeon that we just found. So, huzzah! Oh, actually, let's try reading. Oh, no. Let's try reading that book again. We got slightly more literacy. Maybe this will matter. No. We're going to keep gaining literacy every time we level up until that happens. Shatter the door with a mighty kick. By smashing it, you activate the trap protecting the door. A stone block suddenly drops from the ceiling. You are not dim enough to avoid it. 13 damage taken. Okay, we're on 25 hit points. Can we use our first aid here? We do not manage to properly take care of our wounds. That is fine. It is probably worth a try anyway. Let's have a quick look over here, and then let's head back. Oh, we can read. We have literacy. We just can't read this book for whatever reason. Hello. Recall monster memory. What do we know about this cut purse? Scruffy-looking townsfolk that moves around. Oh dear. He's trying to steal our anvil. No, stealing our anvil. Those are the best languages to try and learn, though. More thieves trying to steal our anvils. And some leather armor. What are we actually wearing for armor here? We're wearing a leather apron for armor. That is clearly inferior. So we are going to put on this leather armor and watch it be cursed. Green leather armor. It's not. Well, we're not going to dip it into potions to find things else, because that way lies madness. And if I've learned anything from NetHack, it's never dip things. You always have one or the other of the items will always be cursed and ruined it. We've advanced to level 4! Okay, so we're going to, again, increase our literacy skill. We're going to increase our smithing. We're going to increase our metallurgy. We're going to increase our detect traps. And what else? Appraising might be useful. We haven't really got to things like that. I assume so. I actually don't know. As I say, I got no knowledge of this. As I mentioned right at the start of the stream, I picked this up because I actually thought it was Tome. The game I was vaguely remembering. What sort of Let's Play is this? No idea. Absolutely no idea. I'm wondering if we should take mining to get more stuff. Yeah, let's take a couple of points of mining. They actually level up quite quickly. Metallurgy. Okay, we leveled. Also, we missed a large kobold. Hit for 7. But we dealt with him. We have a loaf of bread and a large kobold corpse we could eat. We're probably not going to. Okay, let's once again attempt to read this tome. So the page for the embossed tome. Explodes into a ball of fire. You're equipped green. No. Whoops. So, what we've learned here is that the books have decided to fight back, because you're always supposed to burn the books in Cthulhu. The books are now burning themselves. This is acceptable. Rip armor. Oh, it's fine. I mean, I've got a ring of fire protection, actually, so... And we got a leather apron. We're fine. We're back to what we started with. Also, large ration. Iron was burned. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Iron burned. Yes, this is a fantasy setting. Iron can burn if it wants to. What do we get here? We have a sling and some rocks. Well, I mean, we're not burdened by taking these, actually, so let's take them. I know we got a bow and arrow, which is definitely going to be more reliable, but, you know. Critically wound him. He is slain. We have a lizard man corpse here. Those times of fire are no joke, indeed. Ouch, we run into a wall multiple times. Oh! Hello, homunculus. Oh, thankfully we can do that. Large cable corpse discovered. I think, is it the same one? Why are we still alive? I don't know, because we have a ring of fire protection, actually. Being a weaponsmith and working with forges, I mean... If iron burned up, because I have a magical ring that protects me from fire, which presumably includes molten iron. Also, we have leveled up once again. So, additional points into smithing, additional points into metallurgy, which we're going to probably level up most of the time we do this. I guess we could take more points in literacy, but now we don't have a book. That's lost its appeal here. Detect traps, first aid. What else would be kind of useful? Always play a lizard man, eat all the corpses. I mean, to be fair, this sounds like a good idea. I don't think we need concentration for anything, although maybe we do. Let's take haggling and appraising, because on some point... Well-known wanderer, rise to level 5. At some point, we're going to want to sell things. I'm not learning ventriloquism for the moment. Actually, swimming is its own separate skill. I know that from my tutorial character, that swimming was a skill he had. So, ventriloquism. I don't want to learn ventriloquism. Kobold Shaman is a heap. Okay. Let's head down the dungeon once we've dealt with this large bat. We climb downwards. Slide after take damage. Yeah, I've kind of learned that one already. Still, it's a reasonable skill, as far as I can work out, as long as I remember to do it. So, a useless skill, really. We sense a certain tension. This is why you don't spam buttons. The walls have mirrors with many distortions of your image. Oh boy, what have we walked into? You can't stand the sight of your warped self. All the mirrors shatter. Okay. We still sense certain tension. Something is here. Small shields. We have a small shield already, so it's not worth us changing that. Tension sounds extremely fun. What are we about to discover? Other than slain lizard men. Open the door. Oh, also, that webbing. That's webbing. Right, we want to be careful here then. We are now hungry. Okay. We have a loaf of bread and a large ration. Let's go and eat the loaf of bread because that's the most likely thing that's going to... Somewhat stale but nourishing. That is fine. We can live with stale but nourishing. And we found the way down. Dual wielding shields. I like the idea of dual wielding shields. Our character doesn't have dual wielding. Well, we tried a couple of times. Let's kick in the door. Shattered in with a mighty kick of our strength 19 character. More tension. Are you feeling the tension right now? Are you feeling it? Huh? We dealt with a bat at least. Tome is the other one. That's what I thought this game was actually when I picked it up on Steam, as mentioned. I'm not dissatisfied at all. I like any kind of roguelikes, but I thought this was Tome, which I have some memory of. I've never played ADOM. Medium shield. All right, that's worth an upgrade. So let's remove the small shield and put on the medium shield and watch out if it's... It is better, or at least it's showing us better stats. Is it cursed and does it do anything else? Not sure. We do know where the way down is. I'm just seeing if there's any reason why all the tensions come up, because I'm hoping there is. Strangely. All the hallways are long, and I don't want to really I could just spam the button and try and buzz through it, but if I end up hitting an enemy that I don't really want to get into that kind of situation without knowing what it is, we climb downwards. These caverns almost seem to be endless. The air in this room seems to be magically charged. Oh boy, magic. Magic killed us last time. Door is stuck. But we're able to open it. And there's nothing here. I hope it lasts longer than leather armor. We got a leather apron. We don't need leather armor. We have an apron. And a ring that protects us from fire. I mean, what else is a wizard going to do here? Can't wait for our first dragon. Yeah, I'm protected from that dragon, provided this is, of course, a fire-breathing dragon. If it's one of the weird variants that doesn't breathe fire, we might have some problems. Magic! Yeah, I have no idea how magic works in this game because I haven't played a mage yet. This is literally character number 3. My tutorial character is still alive, though, having already dealt with a druid in an impossibly long battle where he kept healing himself, and I was only able to just about do enough damage to make him need to heal himself each round, which he then recovered. What are you? Black Halflings. Average speed of 96. Okay. Alright, no worries. I mean, yeah, we got high strength and a reasonable weapon, so far I haven't encountered anything that's really been a problem, but I'm keeping an eye out for anything that might be unusual. Like a cockatrice or something? Black centipede. That might be poisonous, so let's... I know what you are. You're a cutpurse. You're trying to steal my anvil. No stealing my anvil. Oh, light boots. Not while we're stuck in the webs. Destroyed webs. We're picking those up. And do we wear any boots? We have gnomish boots. Are light boots better than gnomish boots? No. Can we take these off? No, we can. Thankfully not cursed then. I don't know if there's a way to easily curse check items in this game either. I mean, in NetHack, I just have to find a shrine and dump everything onto it. I don't know if that works on this game. Found a secret door, which is stuck. Well, that was a stuck secret door, because nobody had bothered using it. Alright, onwards. Through this endless seeming dungeon. Okay, we are up against an ogre. Can we bash the ogre in? We're taking some damage here, but we are at least killing it, so... A huge rock. It's almost as heavy as our anvil. And that was the only purpose for being here, unless I find a door. Nope. This is why I don't like spamming. So I've just put myself into a problem here. Female gull misses you. And we've asked level 6. You are now able to melt down metallic items. I have the power to melt down my shields that are useless to us. Alright, so... Let's go with metallurgy. Let's go with smithing. Let's go detect traps. Let's go first aid. Let's go athletics. Just because we might as well. And... Find weakness, maybe? Alright, new talent. Shift to auto run down corridors. Yeah, I probably could. We could increase our carrying capacity even further, which again might actually be sneakily relevant. Could go for affinity with warhammers as well, because that would give us the just increased hit and damage, which seems especially good given that we've been bashing things to death up to this point. Again, though, we might not end up with that weapon at all long term if we find something really good, but actually, yeah, for the immediate things here, we're going to take this. We feel very self-confident. Goblin Chieftain, you say, and god darn it, I thought to turn that off. Moderately wounded. We're going to have to heal in a moment. Okay. Let us apply first aid. Take care of some of my wounds. Hurrah, it worked! You can shift walk to go down corridors. That was thrown hammers, not hammers. Oh. Oh, well, we better find some hammers to throw at people then. Okay, that's fine. We do have a sling, which is... Oh, do we know the quality of weapons? Interesting. Alright, let's see what else we can do with our skills while we're here. So we have metallurgy. Need to identify the small shield. Okay, fine. Can we do that on the other one, since we know it? It's made from iron. Is that literally what we learned from that? Made from something other than metal. Alright, that apparently is what metallurgy is going to do for us right this moment. This also probably isn't the best time to go and actually start, you know, crafting new weapons. Knolls. Don't see knolls being a problem. Auroch smashers. I don't imagine it would, but I haven't tested it yet. Maybe I will do in a moment. Okay, we head down. Saving backup copy Bobina 1. Please stand by. Oh, they are... Okay. Yep, the caverns are endless, and yeah, this is this might be a problem then. Well, we walk into a teleport trap, and that puts us into a worse position. Yep, we're being mangled. Kill the archer. Run behind cover so only one of them can fight us at a time. Bash. This is the infinite dungeon. Yep. So... Okay, apply first aid. We've got time. So we have a bugbear corpse, we have cloves, some arrows, which I might as well pick up. We do have a bow and arrow after all, so it makes some sense. So given this is the infinite dungeon, we probably don't want to try and finish this one. So maybe we're heading back out and going back to town and seeing if we can actually do something that would sell us stuff. Since we also know this dungeon is infinite, we can go down and up. And we can see if we can find our way up. I see. Let's see if we can do a different spawn then. We head down, we head up. Hello, homunculi. Critical hit, mangled heap. And we found a couple of scrolls. Oh no, that is no 2. The weight is 2. So we do have 2 scrolls we can try and do something with at some stage, but we'll wait until we're desperate. Which inevitably is the way I tend to use scrolls anyway, because I learned from NetHack they are always cursed. Always. Especially the Identify scrolls. Those are the most cursed. Okay, we are very hungry here, so let's go and eat that large ration. We're done eating the large ration. Tasted good. Discover a trap. This is a trick door trap. Okay, how do I disarm? Or can I even disarm? Use item Use that hidden stuff, pray, dip, open door, kick, save game, eats. I don't care about that too much. That's just extra carrying capacity. I can fix that at some stage. Well, let's kick him a door. It's a trick door, but you know. Well, that was a disaster. That was a complete disaster. We lost an arrow. Big tragedy. The ring of fire resistance being broken, though, is terrible. How can we forge things now? How will we ever forge again? Well, we have some lumps of clay, and we have... I actually just walked over that. I thought that was this... Yeah, fire resistance ring is gone. Now we can't kill dragons. Now we can't read mysterious books that burn themselves. Also, hello, Marijan. How are you doing? Tragedy has befallen this our gnomish hero, who is now fighting a mirror version of ourselves. Unfortunately, this version of us is kicking our ass. This is prey time. So we're like surrounds us. We are fully healed. Okay. Suddenly looks like you. We are confused. Oh dear. Yeah, it's fine. We can survive this. We've run into a wall. But we have killed the doppelganger. If we eat the doppelganger corpse, which isn't here unfortunately, we could have gained her power. That's clearly what we needed to do. I'm going entirely by Nahak Smash Them logic. If we find any giant floating eyeballs, we also need to kill those and eat them. Okay, cave lizard. I should really have checked what that was, because that could have been a cockatrice or something. Moderately wounded. This thing is killing us slowly, but we advanced to level 7. Right, let's go and increase our smithing skill, our metallurgy skill, even though it only finds us actually what things are made of metal, apparently. Detect traps. We don't have disable traps, which is depressing to realize now. Haggling, appraising, and that will do. Also, we should apply first aid to ourselves, take care of some of our wounds, 33 out of 62 currently. And we are hungry again. We're almost out of food, so we are probably going to have to try and leave if only to, you know, more reliably find something to eat that isn't, you know, random kobold corpse. Or a Herfling cake. There are many, many kinds of cake. Herfling's a new one, and I'm not sure it's one that we necessarily would enjoy. I'd almost rather eat the goblin corpse. Almost. Okay, swordsman. Bleeding, bleeding. Nope, this swordsman is kicking our ass. Are we faster than it? Oh, we're dying to wounds as well here. Bleeding stops. There's a slurping sound of a distance. Red! Earthlings are hobbits. Oh, we don't care about that. We can eat that. Actually, given that we are probably doomed here, the final action of this character is to eat the Herfling cake. Lots of sweet stuff. Alright. Well, let's fight on anyway. Poisoned as well. Oh boy. Dark Elven Warrior. I suppose I might as well try and pray again. Healed. One down. Okay. Progress made. Only enemies are from one side now. But we have poisoned. Also, this Dark Elf Warrior is kicking our ass and is faster than us. Okay. I could try praying for a third time, but I feel that I've already pushed my luck at this point. So... Mortal, ye are a nuisance. Some seconds the ground rumbles. Poison curses for our veins. We die. Your soul is condemned to eternal suffering by nether forces. Hooray! Bobina, the gnomish weaponsmith, died of acute blood poisoning. She survived for 1 day, 14 hours, 7 minutes, 51 seconds, visited 3 places. Mod strength gain +1, learning +2, dexterity +3, charisma +... How did our charisma gain? We didn't talk to anybody during the whole of that. Perception score was modified -1. Level 4 of the Ancient Caves, 48 monsters perished under the attacks. Asked for 3 divine interventions. And a full list of what we killed. But definitely it was better than Lord Ponsing. It was infinitely better than Lord Ponsing. The circumstances had acute blood poisoning. I'm sure, but you know, on an autopsy report, that's what's important. Alright, let's start one more then. Silent protagonist charisma. We are going to press fate, 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 fate. Okay, we are born in the month of Wands. Laws, natural magic, leadership, game effects, lawful tendencies. It's harder to change. 10% cheaper in power points. Initial tutorial charisma. We're a female ratling. We're an elementalist. We're going to have to learn some magic. So, first character with any kind of magical ability here. And yeah, rattling time. Okay. So, given that, what's going to be good for a spellcaster here? Ventriloquism. Again, we are not learning ventriloquism. Unless we have it as one of our skills. These are talents anyway. Let's increase our learning. Oh, that's it. That's it. That's all we get. For truth, justice, and a small portion of cheese. Okay. We can fix that. Alright, this is the mage. This is Cheese Mage. Gonna skip everything, and we have entered into that. I'm actually gonna ignore the tutorial dungeon. Rattlings die real fast. Good to know. Well, I won't get attached to it then. We have a dagger, we have a robe, we have a ring of fire resistance, wand of webbing, wand of door creation, and 2 magic missiles. Potion of mana, scroll of power, scroll of amnesia, definitely going to be relevant. 115 skull pieces. We have burning hands and we have frostbolt. We do not have ventriloquism as a skill, unfortunately, Hagen. That is something we're going to have to learn for. Yep. Alright, let's go into town. We haven't actually been into any town thus far, but you know what? We can chat to these people. I have unlocked an achievement for visiting the tutorial town. I've gained 5 experience points for finding this town. Mummy, the rattling is scaring me! Well, I mean, that's rude. What about you? Walk to the northwest and retrieve one of the best. We will therefore go to the southeast and retrieve one of the... wait a minute. We can swim. We can swim. This is true. However, there is a bloke over here I'd like to talk to. We've been plagued by the attacks of an evil sorcerer. He was once a brother of my order, was fallen for the dark powers. We have received a quest. Nope, don't want to quit the game. I want to do that. So, quest of the Druid. The Druid of Tarina has asked you to venture to the dungeon southeast and slay the Black Druid Kefrex. That's the quest I did. Or have done. No, we don't want to dive into the water. Hello, human. Life's hard these days. Monsters, wars, dangers abound. It's entirely our fault. The rattlings, that is. This is because cheese is wonderful. Cheese is extremely wonderful. Heh, they don't put food on the table. I am the cheese mage. I would surprise you. But anyway, let's leave the village. So we need to go southeast then. Let's head off in that direction. We're ambushed by a pack of wolves. Right. Let's check a thing here. So capitals E to cast spells. We're going to go for Burning Hands in this direction. You project flames from your fingers. This could still be bad. Burning Hands. I'm nearly out of power here. Run away! Oh, this is going to be extremely short-lived. Cheese God. Sass. Help us! Wolf prevents us from fleeing. Oh dear. Well, that was short-lived. Maybe we should have gone into the tutorial area and just gained that level. Well, Cheese Mage, the Rattling Elementalist, killed by a direwolf. Lived for... Yeah, you're not wrong. They were very short-lived. 14 hours, 50 minutes, and 1 second. And it was still miles better than Lord Ponsing. Alright. Because that was so short, we will have one more. Let's go. Fate, 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 fate. Fate. And we are born in the month of Unicorn. Grace, beauty, piety, innocence, dignity. Harder to corrupt by chaos effects. Hard to change alignment once different alignments were lawful. We are a male high elf. Ugh, more elves. We are a high elf thief, though. So, hooray. Lowest of the highborn. Let's go. We will... We gain 1 talent. So, let's think about this. Miser tends to find more gold. Could be useful, as established. Yeah, it was throwed axes and hammers. We should have gone clubs and hammers, which is what I did for the... Yeah, okay. So, we now learn where we did that. Ambidextrous, maybe... Perception seems like a reasonable one if we got nothing else going for us. Plus appearance. Really? Alright, no, we'll trust you on this one. Okay, so we need a name for a low high elf thief. Failure of that message to appear in the stream chat is interesting. Okay. Oop, whoop. I clicked on an area here. I clicked on an area, and so therefore we're going for this. We're going to try and invade. Right. Hills, hills, hills. We need special equipment to do that. Alright. Well, now that that's happened, we are down here. We're quite a long way away from where I really would like to be. So, okay. Let's have a look at our inventory then. We have a leather cap, leather armor, we have a short sword, glaive, light boots. We don't have a missile weapon. 88 gold pieces, an iron ration. We do have a reasonable set of skills, including disarming of traps. So, let's head back up and see if we can get to the tutorial area. We can. Unassuming cave entry. Here we go. Yeah, life is rife with new experiences to make. This is not the tutorial dungeon. Oh dear. Well, let's see what we can do here anyway. We're off to see the wizard. No. The cheese mage is no longer part of this world. We have no reason to go and see any other wizard. Let's pick the lock. Hello. Goodbye. So we have a goblin corpse and some things. Nope, that's fine. Let's open that up. Open that up. Run into a wall. That's a gift for cheese tasting, indeed. Okay, transformed it into a pile of goo. We have slayed the rat. We will open this door just for convenience's sake. We lock the door. Oh. Well, we locked the door and then we kicked it open. It's all good. That is a skeleton. There is also a... what? Goblin? Don't know anything about that. Oh dear. We don't know anything about what that is. Well, let's see. Skeleton with a knife. Apparently fell quite easily. Hobgoblins. Oh, we have a scroll. We can potentially read that at some point. You have a fair feeling about this scroll called Sutsi. Let's read it. Didn't manage to correctly decipher the scroll. Okay, fair enough. But we had a good feeling. We were supposed to trust our instincts. Luck is one of the only things we possibly have as a thief. Good and bad, of course. Alright, well, since we've got a scroll we can't read, we're putting a point into literacy. Let's then go pick locks, detect, disarm traps, and that's all the skill points we get. We do have some bandages, though. And a goblin rock thrower corpse. Literacy! If there's something I can't find out, I want to find out what it is. Therefore, until we get the ability to read this scroll, we are going to keep increasing literacy. It's so important for the adventuring lifestyle. Okay. We probably should not have killed that cat. We're going to get punished for killing that cat somehow. I've just got this feeling it's going to happen. Well, I mean, I'm high off of how many years. Clearly, the only thing we could have done in that time was learn how to read. I just killed the baby cat. I know. I didn't realize it was a baby cat. Artie, I'm sorry. How do we use the tool again? Control U. We had some problems handling the flute. Well, we've not learned how to play musical instruments. No doubt another skill. We have slain the orc. And we advanced to level 3. Meaning, more literacy out of our... We only have 3 skills. I should really be more careful with what I'm doing. Still, I'm not going to take any more pick locks because I think that's fine for the moment. Take some alertness because might as well find things out. And we'll take some disarm. Uh, 8% more experience points seems fine. Finding more golds is probably fine. More easily evading traps is definitely going to be the one we take, even though it doesn't necessarily follow, given that we have the ability to search them. But I always fall into traps because even the ones I know are there. We have a liver cap. Your backstabbing skill increases from +1 to 7. We have a mediocre feeling about the flute. So the scroll is definitely blessed of some kind. The, so let's see, fair disappears. Darn it. We had a good feeling about that scroll. And now we will never know. Until we find another one labeled the same, and then we'll find out what it did. Open! Nothing here. Open? Goblin! It is magically transformed into a mangled heap. Oh, we're good at transforming goblins. Orc Smasher, dead, and we have a crude spear. I want to know what it is. I assume Shrine, based on the music change. See an ancient altar of grey granites. Let's drop the crude spear and see what happens. Nothing. Your literacy has screwed us again. Indeed. Right, skills. Anything I could do here? Combat, talents. Basic sword. Oh, so we are getting some slow skills in other things. Apply skill. Detect traps. Go for it. Okay, so that's the only thing we can do from here, apparently. Let's pick up the spear. So either it's uncursed or it doesn't have that kind of mechanic, and I'm just thinking net hack here. We are hungry. We should therefore eat something. We only have one iron ration. We're going to starve to death. Suddenly a white worm appears. You are done eating the... White worm? Yeah, okay. That's... I thought it came from the... Yeah, okay. We found a worm in this ration. We'll keep eating it. Okay. That is fine. Gloves? Probably not gauntlets of might, but you never know. What is my alignment? Good question. What is my alignment? And I know I'm more keen towards lawful. I'm probably neutral at the moment. Is there a way of easily finding that out? Go to closest altar. So there's something I can do with that. What am I missing? If I'm missing anything. From what I can see, no alignment information there. Categorically evil. Yeah, probably. I'm not going to lie. I probably am evil. But I am going to put on the gloves, I think, if I can. So let's put the untested gloves on. The music changed, but that was probably just coincidence. Gloves of music! It's on the stat bar. Oh yeah, because I've got this this thing here. Whoops, let's actually click back to there because we don't need that. It's that grey area that means I'm probably still neutral. We can have a rat corpse or a goblin corpse for breakfast for dinner, and we may have to because we have no other food right now. Well, let's hope we find something to eat soon. Otherwise, we got some other problems. Alright, let's go alertness. Let's go additional points in literacy for no reason. And let's go with disarm traps. Okay. Dodge! Dodge would be useful. Okay, I can't harm this beetle. At least not like that. It's not really able to hurt me either, but that's the problem. Could try equipping the spear, see if that's any better. Orcish Spear of Hunting. Well, we're poisoned. I'm probably not going to eat that because one of other of those enemies were poisoning us. We don't have any first aid. Should probably consider praying at this point, but we'll give it a few moments. Magic Dagger 1d3 plus... Oh! That is a Magic Dagger. Plus 3 weapon. I mean, that's... D&D terms, technically speaking, the other one's better, but this bypasses more defenses. So... Consideration. Now, I think we will stick with the Hunting Spear for the moment, because I don't think we can encounter anything that we're not going to be able to hit with the Hunting Spear. But... we're also about as badly proficient with both at this point. Alright, 11 hit points. I need to keep an eye on that. 10. What are you? Rabid dogs. Well, I mean, if I kill this as well as the cat, that's got to neutralize it somewhat, hasn't it? There we go. Severely wounded. We'll give it one more go, and after that we'll pray for poison healing. Actually, we might be praying now. We are healed. Did not heal the poison. Oh well. Critical hit. And the bugbear is also slain. It's an exploding doggo. Yeah, it was a rabid exploding doggo. Well, I think we're almost at the point of trying random potions. What do we actually have in our backpack for things at this point? We have bandages and we have thief picks. We have no random potions or scrolls that we can read. Ah. Oh well, we'll have to live. We've already taken damage. There's no point in us praying again right now, so we'll hold off and see if we can just mitigate that poison damage. I mean, elves are known for their toughness. It's not going to, you know, it's not going to be the death of us, is it? Clearly not. Like Kobold Shaman did a transformation trick. Yeah, this is a tough elf. Ooh, ring. What are the chances this is regeneration? Let's try it anyway. Not while we're wearing gauntlets. Oh yeah. Glove off, ring, glowing ring. And now can we put on the gloves? We can. Right, we have a glowing ring. Surely this is going to be regeneration. Does not appear to be regeneration. Oh well. We didn't get a pinpoint back, but I'm fairly certain that's natural health regen. Alright, open the door. We found a scroll. Well, you know what happens when we find a scroll, we gotta try and read it. Didn't decipher it. Darn. Well, down the long corridor we go. Pole arms up to level 1. Use the scroll. We can try and use the... Nope, still can't do that. Don't listen to the ring shadow. I will do it. I don't manage to decipher the scroll. I can't use it as far as I can work out. We have advanced to level 5, though. Let's increase our backstabbing skill a little bit, because, you know, backstabbing is clearly the answer. Alright, we haven't actually found the way down yet, which is awkward. But we're no longer poisoned. We have cured the poison, somehow. Our attempts to read have clearly scared the poison off. And we are getting better at that. We run into a wall because I pressed the wrong button. Goblin chieftain. Decides to fight to the death in the blind rage. We are severely wounded. And we have slain him, but now we've got the ogre to worry about. Well, that was a quick worry. Non-infinite dungeons end at some point. This is true, but I thought this was the one... Well, I haven't found anything significant for us to be here, is all. Also, we're going to have to eat this orc corpse because we have nothing else. So, time for poison again. Tastes like pork. Tastes like old pork. We'll take that. Someone has thrown a rock at me. We're going to take this corpse with us because we might need a snack. 5 hit points, you say? Oh, pork, pork. Indeed. Female goblin chieftain appears to panic. Perfect. Large ration. We're no longer required to hold a corpse for eating. Perfect. Now we just have to hope the ration was good. The fire beetle, of course, we're fairly certain did poison us, so we're not going to take that for food. Alright, up we go. Saving backup copy, and... yeah, I think once we're out of here, I'm going to have to... well, this assumes we get out of here. Oh, it's the Sootsy Scroll. We never worked out what this did. Let's read it. Can't decipher it still. Need more literacy. Bacon. Now I fancy some bacon. Up we go. Is there a shortcut through here? Feels like there might be. There was. Open the door. It's locked. Suddenly set up a trap. You avoid a sudden flash. Oh, fine. Kicking the door. It's a shortcut. We're taking it. We climb upwards and we have escaped the dungeon. And we enter the town. Which of course gives us experience points. And as mentioned, I think we're going to end the video here, so... because I have Mahjong starting up in about 20 minutes anyway, and I need to do some prep for that, and also find something quick to eat. So, thanks for joining us, those who did. We did in fact live, and Stuff Taker will continue their journey to apparently take some stuff. And also to live. But we'll find out about that second one after the first one. Thanks for joining us. I will see if I can do this again next Friday, but if not, at some point, we'll see. See you then. Ta-ra.